We put on our sheets of aluminum that we'd ripped off from the original roof, with all of the troughs running downhill, so they'll serve as both like a impenetrable barrier and a water retrieving source, which ran to an eaves trough that we put on the end and into a collection bucket or catchment system. The aluminum roofing that we put on came from Maritime Demo, which is a company in Halifax and Dartmouth now. They actually just closed down their Halifax site, but they're over in Dartmouth now on a full-scale deal, which works solely in reused building materials. They go reclaim buildings from demolition sites and clean up after renovations and stuff, and reuse all the materials. So this aluminum originally came from Maritime Demo as well. That was a pretty difficult process. It was really difficult to work with aluminum for cutting reasons. It's really hard to cut and really toxic, I think, to be around when you're cutting, and also just practicality reasons. Like, it's really heavy and sharp, but will serve its purpose times 10, I think. Like, now that it's up there, it's really gonna be incredibly strong. And so we put that up, and then we had some more 1x6s that we'd gotten from Windhorse Farms as well, that we used as our end boards all the way around the perimeter of the roof. And then that area was filled in with our soil, which was great composted soil, and about 8 straw bales went up there, and then put our seedlings up there. But really the whole process was pretty smooth.
Carpenter by trade, and I want to learn new methods of constructing buildings opposed to traditional methods.
I've been interested in straw bale sort of in my mind for a long time, straw bale construction.
So I like the whole idea of reusing things.
Yeah, so I'm just really excited, like everyone else, I think, to get my hands dirty. I'm an amateur potter, and I love being in it.
I'm an organic gardener, so I'm mostly involved in gardening and food security and that sort of thing.
I'm trying to find people who will talk to me about annualized solar heating, and I'm interested in these kind of materials for building.
The clay wants to come to the surface. It sort of gets that shiny quality. And the material that we're going to put on as plaster is called earth plaster, or something that gets called cob, that whole process of the earth material. And that you can also construct just with that as well.
Okay.
So if you make this material, just basically like this with some straw added to it, thick enough, make these things. That's where the word cob came from. It's an Old English word that means lump. Mm. If you let those dry out, and then you can set those up basically like bricks, and they can be load bearing. We're in a bad place with a lot of our building practices, and we're still able to get these experimental buildings happening here, and there's a lot of opportunity to make a shift, to make things, to improve things.
Yeah. So you really enjoyed the straw bale?
I did, because I've always been curious about it, and I knew of Kim, so I knew that she had a straw bale house on the Eastern Shore, and so it was a good chance to see how it's all done, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
We got dirty and muddy, and it's very tactile. It's just a soulful thing, you know. It's just,
Here's our theater seat system. Kind of fun. So the wall over here is, I guess, four straw bales stacked up here. We used a strap down system. This is fairly typical construction. Finer stuff is nice for the more finished plasters that we're going to do on one side there. And this stuff is good just for more bulk.
Well, I've never seen a green roof on such a small scale. I've only seen green roofs that have been renovations of house, added weight bearing and lots of drainage and then planted it on top. Community gardens. I've participated in community gardens before.
Thanks.
See you later.
Well, we knew we could do it. It was a matter of figuring out how you can build a living roof on few resources and with as many recycled materials as possible. I wanted to demonstrate that roofs could be green and that roof space is wasted all over the city and that sunshine is beaming down on concrete a lot of the time and it's contributing to the whole heat island effect. There are so many benefits to living roofs in terms of the water that they absorb. They just provide greenery and help filter pollutants in the air, and I mean, this is just an example of what could be possible on a whole variety of roofs in the city, and that if we started to be a little bit more inventive about what roofs could look like, I mean, this was an example.